In front of me here a 16 channel DVR that's available on the tvtrade.ie website. This particular model is by IQ CCTV and the model number on it is IQR16D. Okay, so this type of DVR is really only aimed at the professional and the market, simply because of the extra features that come with it and also the sheer number of cameras. It's obviously in excess of what the average domestic house would require. So let's just go through what comes inside the box. So it comes in this presentation box here. It comes with a user manual, a mini CD, and a set of AAA batteries here. Then we have a mouse with a power unit that comes in two parts. You can see here it has the kettle type connection on it here, and also then the output on this is 12 volts and 1.2 amps. We have a remote control, and also we have this adapter here that gives multiple phono outputs on it. Okay, I'm going to cover that in a little while. So what we're going to do is just going to move this box out of the way. So this one thing I'm going to mention here as well is that the DVR itself comes initially without an internal hard drive. It's possible to actually put a hard drive in it, and we actually cover that in a series of videos we have on this box. This is just an overview at this point. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover the front of the box here and exactly all the different functions with it. So we see we have, sorry, I just need to move this out of the way first. So what we have here, first of all, is we have a DVD writer here, so it's possible to make backups of the recordings here with this. Okay, then we have a channel selection buttons here, okay, along the front, and we have the standard sort of play, forward, rewind, etc. The search functions here. We have the different LED lights indicating that the hard drive is connected, that the power is on, etc., or if it's recording. And then we have the options over and back, and also we have the PTZ functional controller here as well. Okay, now if we turn the actual box around, we can just see in the back here. So the first thing we're going to note here is the huge number of inputs here. So it's from channel 1 all the way down to channel 16. So what we'll be doing here is we'll be connecting basically CCTV cameras that land in B&C connectors, just connect in here directly, okay? In terms then of what I mentioned of the phono thing, instead of having actually, normally we'll say in the smaller DVRs, underneath each channel where we have the video input, we'd also have an audio input. On this, a much neater solution is we have this cable here, and all we're doing is really, we just connect it in here like this. It just pushes in. Sorry. I'm just going to slot that in there. There we are. And each one of those corresponds to the audio for a different channel number, okay? And they're pre-labeled here with the numbers on them, okay? So, no viewing. In terms of the outputs on this here now, you can see here quite uniquely from the range of the DVRs that are currently stock. This is the only one with a HDMI lead, and it makes it just extremely easy to connect this up to a television, because, and as well as that, of course, you'll have the HD picture on it, okay? If we move further over here, we have the network connection here, so obviously you can network this particular one and view it both on a PC, Macs, and also on a mobile phone, either Android or on an iPhone. We have two USB ports here. One is for working the mouse, and the other one would be used for adding on an external storage device such as a USB key. We have the RS485 connections here. We have the VGA. If you're connecting it directly onto a monitor, you'd normally use the VGA. We have 12 volt power input, and I showed you the power unit prior to this, and we have an on-off switch on it as well. And then this is a feature, the alarm feature here is something that we will not find on the 4 and 8-way versions of this from IQ CCTV, and it's why it's really moved into the professional thing. What you can do here is you can connect up things like PIR sensors, things like this. So you can trigger if a PIR sensor is kicked off, that a certain event will kick off, recording things like that anyway. So it's just a much higher end DVR than the other ones inside the range, okay? So in terms of, we'll say, what's popular with our customers, far and away the most popular would be the 4-way DVR, simply because it has certain commercial applications, but it's also ideal for a lot of domestic things. The 8-way is somewhat less popular, and this type of unit here, you know, you'd sell, this would be very, very a specialised part of the market. The real step up from here, we'll say, would be a 32 way, but they would be so rare that we currently wouldn't stock them. But so it's a very reliable product. Adding on the hard drive that we added on, we'll say, with this, or add as an option that you can add on to it, is a 1 terabyte drive. So that gives, anyway, hopefully a fairly comprehensive view of this particular 16-channel DVR from IQ CCTV that's available on the tvtrade.ie website.